Hello Seekers and bienvenidos to another pick-a-card reading. So for today's pick-a-card reading, we are going to be looking at the door to your next adventure. And your next adventure could be the future that awaits or the next chapter of your life. So to further unfold the adventure or the story that awaits behind each door, we are going to be looking at three things. Firstly, an intuitive message. Second, at the cards, and last but not least, I will be pulling out some DIY charms that I took the time to make some weeks ago. So we have three doors to pick from, and the first door is Celestial. Yes, I did take the time to name the doors. The second door is Gardenia, and the third door is Voyage. I'm so sorry if you hear some screeching noises. It's these beautiful birds that my neighbor has, and they just love to sing their little songs at this time. I'm sorry. So before we get to opening any of these doors, just do keep in mind that this video will be divided into three parts. The links to door number 2 and door number 3 will be placed in the description box down below. Okay, so please do pause the video if you need to. Take the time to meditate, breathe on it, and whatever door calls out to you, then that will be your door. Now let's get into the reading for Adventure Awaits. So hello Seekers, to those who chose door number 1, the Celestial door. So I will begin by we're gonna break down this door. Meaning we're gonna see what the colors and everything represent, maybe why you were pulled to this door. So first of all, this door is the color purple, and I relate the color purple to the crown chakra and also to very a spiritual energy and manifesting energy. And we do see the cosmos here and the night sky. So maybe you are a person who is beginning in your spiritual practice, or is having some form of awakening, as we like to say, so that it's just recognizing new things about yourself or new practices that you're being called to. So it could be in the esoteric arts or mysticism, or you probably are beginning divination or meditating possibly, and just diving into those mystical and magical things. And right here we see this crescent moon. Now this moon is the last phase of the moon cycle, and what I relate this to is just the closing of a phase in one's life. It's just the ending, the closing of a chapter, and we know that when an ending comes, a new beginning awaits. So it just feels like you're about to embark, like we said, on a new adventure. And now we are going to open the door and see what awaits. And right here, I took the time to actually sketch and paint the visualization I had when I connected with this pile. So this is going to be the intuitive part of this reading. So the first image I saw in my mind's eye was this spiraling image. Now what that reminded me of was a tornado. And the next thing I saw was this red slipper, and that was just the thought of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz came to mind. Now I have never seen this movie or read the book, but I do know that Dorothy ended up in this new world because she was thrown or swept by this tornado. So I have this feeling of just immediate traveling, or just this complete and immediate change happening. So I am aware of the situation we are currently in worldwide. So it could possibly be that you had to do an immediate travel, or maybe you're far away from home, or you're in a place, stuck in a place that you do not feel you need to be at this moment, and maybe an opportunity to travel back home or to travel to the place that you feel you should be in will be coming to or opening for you soon. Why I say this is that because the next image that came to mind was this ring-like figure. Now, what this actually looked like for me was like a trampoline, but without the little bouncy part. But so when I saw it, the other thought that came to mind was just a portal, like a ring-like portal. And portals for me are just openings into other dimensions. So it's again that quick travel one moment you're here and next you're somewhere else in a new world, in another dimension. And what this also could represent for me is with the swirling here is this manifesting energy. Because with the swirling, it just feels like when you're calling in, when you're manifesting, you're pulling it into your auric field, into your energetical field. And that's when you start seeing things become manifested into your physical reality. And it's again like this feeling of like a hoop or dumping whatever it is that you've been manifesting or wanting, and then it appearing into your physical reality, right? So they're like part of the void, and all of a sudden they come in and poof, they're in your physical reality. It's just this sense of sudden magic. It just comes so unexpectedly. And if it is this travel, or if you're wanting this travel, you've been manifesting it, this opening to travel to wherever it is that you want, it will come unexpected. So unexpected and in such a fun way that it will almost seem magical to you, because I was feeling this sense of magic. I know I keep repeating the word magic, but that's exactly what I was feeling when I was pulling out the cards for you. Just so much enthusiasm and just joy and just feeling of like magic, like anything is possible. And the next thing I saw are these blue crystals. Now crystals for me represent also, they help with manifestation. They also help with protection. So the other thing I thought of when I was seeing this is that possibly if this is a portal, right, or if you resonate with that, you are experiencing during your dream state, or even if you are now practicing meditation or furthering your meditation practices, you are now experiencing the traveling to other dimensions, or maybe you are delving into astral projection or astral traveling. And this is just reminding you that when you do embark in these adventures, well, I suggest that you always do protect yourself, that you always carry with you or have on you a crystal that you connect with, resonate with, or feel protected by. Yeah. And then possibly that is what you're experiencing now or becoming more aware of. And that portal for like the second level or the next level for your spiritual practice is finally opening for you. It could be just that, traveling to other dimensions, astral projection, or astral traveling. And now you are becoming more aware of it, because usually we do that during our dream state. And now when you awake, you actually remember your dreams. So maybe it's asking you to jot down your dreams to see what they mean, or what is the message that is coming through to you. And yeah, so it's this energy of travel or just being in between worlds or between dimensions, and this manifesting energy. I feel that the group or the seekers who chose this door are very much into the spiritual community or spirit. Well, of course, if you're watching tarot readings, but you do practice much of the spirituality. Maybe you're delving more into meditation or anything of the sorts, or divination, also with the crystals. And you're just heightening your intuition or practicing or leveling up in your manifestation abilities. And this is just validating that you're doing pretty well, and that whatever you have been manifesting or wanting to bring into your world or to your reality is coming to you, is in the process, right? So it's already around your energetical field, and it's just gonna be some time before you finally see it in your physical reality. Yeah, so that's the intuitive message that I have for you guys. And now let's put the door here if it stands. Let's look at the cards. So I did pull quite a bit of oracle cards for you, so let's look at those first. Okay, so the first oracle card is abundance, and we were just speaking of manifestation. So abundance reminds me a lot of the Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups in the original tarot, and it's just that, having your wishes fulfilled or having just complete abundance, be it emotional, be it in your health, be it in financial. And it's just collecting finally your flowers, seeing them finally bloom in your physical reality. You be able to collect them, right? To pluck them out and have them with you. So you have been putting in the work. Maybe you have been manifesting for quite a while, and now it's finally time for you to reap the reward. And it seems like a lot of things that you have been manifesting or pulling in or working on, and they're finally coming to you. I also get this sense of having just a better mental state, let's say, or more healthier mental state, like beautiful thoughts, because for some reason I see this and I think of it being this person's hair. It's just like these flowers sprouting out of its head, and when I see that, it's just your thoughts manifesting into your reality. So it's just this positive thinking, or just this hopeful view that you have, that your dreams will come true, and then you're finally seeing in your reality. It's just this idea of having just beautiful thoughts. Yeah, and being at peace. I feel a very serene and peaceful energy with this group. And I say that also we have this green color here surrounding this individual, and for me, green I relate to the heart chakra. And it's also this healthy energy, just this very clean and healthy energy or healthy body. And again, when we are open in our heart space, then we are open to receiving. We allow for whatever it is that connects with us and resonates with us at the highest level to fully come in and for us to receive it. Because remember that the universe can present doors to you, right? It can give you doors, it can give you opportunities, it can come knocking at your door, at your doorstep. But if you don't open the door, right? Or if you don't open the door to walk into that new opportunity or to receive the gifts that the universe is handing to you, then you won't be able to have them in your hands and see them. So the universe, in my opinion, always respects free will. So yes, it can present to you the opportunities or the tools to create the life that it is that you want, but it is always up to you what you do with that. What will you do with this door? Will you just peek into it and then close it? Or will you just ignore it and walk away? Or will you just admire it from afar and always wonder? Or will you actually have the courage to open the door and walk through that doorway to your next adventure? And I feel that this is telling me that you are taking that opportunity, that you are taking in your abundance, and you're finally opening your heart space. And it does feel like you have been practicing how to, let's say, balance your thoughts, or just move away from old habits or old thinking patterns that you understand now weren't serving you. And now you're cultivating new and positive things that you're quickly seeing are bringing fruition into your life, are bringing beautiful things into your life. And it's like it keeps on bringing more and more abundance to you, more happiness, more joy, more health, or more financial abundance. And you're starting to see that. And I see it in all aspects of your life. So I don't just see it like being it financially or in relationships, but I see it in all aspects of your life, actually. Yeah. So that's what I get with the abundance card. And let's see what else the next card. Yeah, so we have balance. So this just speaks of me of, again, this balance of being completely grounded, a stable energy. We see here this person is fully rooted, right? Like a tree, he is grounded. Now, when we are fully rooted and grounded, then we can truly grow to our biggest potential. We can grow tall without worrying that we might fall or tip over or come crashing down in any way. And we see this man, he's reaching up into the sky, because when I look at these birds, they're painted in the color of sky blue. So this for me represents just dreams and wishes coming true. And see how he's just so at peace looking and being in connection with these birds, with these dreams of this person. So I feel that now that you feel more stable, that you're seeing abundance coming to you, you can feel more at peace, or more at joy. Like, this is what is coming to you, a complete sense of balance and stability. And this allows you to, perhaps, if you had some dreams that you set aside, right, to work on something else, or because you thought they were too childish or anything of that sort, now you're coming to terms that you can go back to these dreams that you had, these wishes, and make them come true and fulfill them, actually live them. And that's what I see with this person just looking at these birds. It kind of reminds me, when you go back into the memory lane, or you pull back scrapbooks or stuff and you start looking at old pictures, or your child had like scribbles or anything that you wrote down, or what you thought you were going to be when you grow up. All of these memories and things is I get that with this, and it's just seeing that child part of you, the child you actually was making sense. Like, that was coming from a very pure space, from a heart-centered space, and that it wasn't childish what you were dreaming or thinking, and that it's actually what your soul is calling you to do at this moment, whatever it is. Maybe a little different, right? But it's something that you feel you can do now, and you're being given the opportunity to do it now, and you're actually going forth to doing exactly that, to fulfilling your child self's dreams and desires. Yeah, and it's coming not out of a childish or naive space, but of a balanced energy, a grounded energy, because maybe now you're stable enough financially that you can do this, that you feel that you can actually go forth now, take that leap and go forth and embark on this new adventure, which again feels very magical. So this could also be representing that you have been putting in the work, you have been balancing yourself, opening your heart space, meditating more, clearing your thoughts, letting go of old habits that no longer serve you, and welcoming new routines or thoughts or ideas or mentalities that do help you grow, right? And further your roots deep down so that you are more stable. And so that you can have the time now and the space to have your head in the clouds without worrying about drifting off. And it being something that you can bring into your physical reality, and that could bring you and other people much abundance and joy. Yeah. Because the next card we have is the gratitude card, which is pretty cool because we were talking about these birds and being in connection with them, and I see this bird as being you, finally rising from this old space, right? From maybe this dark space where you weren't feeling that hopeful, you weren't seeing the magic and the beauty of all things. Now the gratitude card, when I see the gratitude card, I'm always reminded of being grounded and being present, because I feel that it is when we are most present and are now that we can be the most grateful, because we truly see all that surrounds us and that is with us now, and we can be grateful for it. It's like, most people walk around outside and they're looking at their phones or they're looking down, and it only takes a few seconds to just lift your head up and look up at the sky, and usually people forget about the sky, and I just find it so amazing because the sky is just this proof of such magic and wonder that we live in, and it's literally just above our heads, and it's just, I see the sky and it just gives me this very hopeful energy. And so it's just taking the time to look up and around you and see all that beauty and the magic that surrounds you, because there is magic in every moment and every situation. And it's just telling you that sometimes in situations it may seem a bit dark, it may seem difficult, and it's difficult to see the positivity in it, but I do believe that nothing is without purpose. Everything has a reason. Energy is never wasted. And so you may not see it now, but later down the road, you may see why you had to go through the things that you went through, right? To get to where you are right now. So there's always a lesson to take from every situation and from every moment. And when you finally realize those lessons and realize why you had to go through that, because it was to get where you are right now, to this abundance and this balanced energy, then that's when the gratitude comes in. That's when you can soar higher, because now you're seeing it from a bird eye view. You're seeing it from a higher perspective above. You're not so consumed in the moment anymore, but you're just realizing why this situation is happening, right? And you can not exactly detach yourself from it, but not be so consumed by it. You could just be like, okay, and I see why this had to happen, or why this is happening. What can I learn from this? You take your lesson, and then you can let go of it and continue on your journey and grow even more. And those lessons are a form of abundance. They could be exactly that. Then now you're realizing, maybe now you're taking the time to actually learn more about yourself, to connect more with your inner self, and you're starting to see everything you have gone through, and you're starting to realize why that had to come to pass. And the lessons that you take are like these flowers that you are collecting now. So now, instead of having any form of resentment or anger or pain or sadness, it now transforms into these beautiful flowers of complete gratitude and just joy, because now you are a taller, a grounded person because of it. And now you have more opportunity to reach those dreams and be in connection, in close contact with all that you have wished for and wanted for yourself. And I say that because we also have this color red, which is, again, root chakra energy, like these roots, that grounding energy. And we have orange and a yellow color here. And orange, I believe, is the sacral chakra, and yellow is the solar plexus. So all what this speaks to me of is empowerment, self-empowerment, also being more in tune with your self-identity, knowing yourself more, and being grounded in that, so you're not easily swayed or manipulated anymore, because you know now who you are. You stand in your own power, and that allows you to just fly without fear of falling. Yeah. So I see this is the energy you're coming into, which is a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's see what other cards are coming in. Guarded. Okay, so with the guarded card, we were speaking of being more in your power, right? Now that you won't be easily discouraged, or comments of other people or situations won't bring you down so easily anymore, because you realize now that you have wings and that you can fly and rise above all of that. And with the guarded card, it just reminds me again of setting your boundaries, right? Because we see here the eye on the hand, and I know this is called something, but I can't remember what it is, but it's just that protection energy. So it's kind of reminds me of like the obsidian stone or black tourmaline. It's just to keep low vibrational or negative energy away from you. It's protecting your energetical field, and it's exactly that. It's like you're becoming aware. Now you have, like, let's say your third eye open, and you use discernment. That's the word. You use discernment to see what is of you, or what resonates with you and what does not, what you will allow into your space and what you will not, right? Because with these, I'm just reminded of tears. So it's like either past pains, like we were saying, or past hurts have taught you what it is that you will welcome into your life and what you will not, right? These past lessons will tell you exactly that, like what can bring you down and what will build you up. So like these past tears, let's say, were not in vain. They came here to open up your eyes so that you can see more clearly, see the truth when it is presented to you. And if anything and anyone, any situation or any person is wearing a mask, you can easily see right through that and say like, I've experienced you before. I know what this is. And you won't feel any anger towards it. You would just accept it and be like, okay, I see you. I see you as you are. And at this moment, I do not want to exchange energies with you, or I do not accept you into my sacred space. And so you just move on forward. And it's another lesson for you that you take with you. And it's just, this card is just reminding me of exactly that. Using discernment, being more aware, and possibly also opening your third eye. It just, against this sense I was feeling with the whole spirituality and meditation, astral traveling or astral projection, is you're really connecting energetically into yourself as well. You're leveling up in your spiritual practice. This feels like a level up, because we see this bird also flying upwards, and also this idea of height. So the next card that we have is fire. So fire for me represents vitality, creativity, passion. So here we have a fire, and it's a fire that is tamed in a way, but it's more like it's focused, right? So it's not out of control, it's not a wildfire. So possibly it's like you're cultivating yourself, you're balancing your energy, you're grounding yourself. Even here we see like the color red, which reminds me of fire energy, reminds me of that creative and passionate energy. It's like in the space of the wings, so it's not out of control, right? So it's like it's exactly that. You're balancing your energy, you're giving focus to your energy now. And so this is a fire with the focused energy. And so maybe you are now dedicating more of your energy and your time to a creative pursuit. Now something is igniting, a spark, because this also speaks of a new beginning. And fire also is a form of life, and it is a form of abundance, like the abundance card. It gives you warmth, it cooks your food, and that is exactly what I see. It's like you're not without, you're never without in this new adventure that you're going into, because you understand that you yourself are completely abundant at all times. And using this discernment, you don't allow anything that would quench this fire or dwindle it down. Like you what do we call it? You feed your own fire, and you know now how to keep it under management and to give it focus. Yeah, so it's probably could represent a new creative pursuit, or you just rekindling that fire of just passion and creativity. You feel more creative, more vitalized, and more focused. And now you're just putting all of your energy into maybe something that will bring you a lot of abundance. Now let's look into your tarot cards. Oh, cool. Okay, so the first card that we have here is the celebration card. Let's move these cards like this. Is this for celebration card, which is the Four of Bows. So as you can see, we have the fire energy again here, which again represents that vitality, that passionate energy. And we see these women just dancing around the fire, being themselves, not a care in the world, and just being that free spirit. And that's exactly what I'm feeling overall. It's just this free and balanced spirit of just being completely free now, of knowing your own power, rising like the phoenix, and feeling so abundant within yourself that you manifest it into your physical reality. Because as you can see here, they do have all of this food and all of this abundance here. They have finally reaped their rewards from all of the harvest, and they're just celebrating. They're celebrating their work, they're celebrating everything that they have accomplished, and they're with like friends and like-minded people. And bows for me remind me of focus and purpose, because it is what is needed in order to focus the arrow into a target. So it's like, again, this focus, your own, what do you call it? Not determination, but dedication, your own discipline has allowed you to come finally into this space of being free. And it could be financially free, like you don't have to worry so much about your finances, or you're finally doing what it is that gives you passion, that you're passionate about. You're finally working on that, and you can express yourself more. It's this freedom of self-expression. And I see 2 cups here, which 2 cups remind me of a connection a deep soul connection with a like-minded individual. It could also be a soulmate, someone from your soul family, and seeing these two women together, that could be exactly it. Like, you're connecting, you're bringing, like we said, it's abundance and everything. You're bringing relationships and connections that are beautiful, that are equal in the receiving and giving, and that are heart-centered, and that are like-minded people, like, and soulmates. And it could be, soulmates aren't necessarily always romantic. It can be friendships, it could be family members. Yeah, it can be any form of relationship manifested into your reality. So it just feels like a jolly good time here. Yeah, and I just think of, like, well, I don't know if everybody resonates with that, but like witches, like, you know, soul sisters just dancing around in like a, what do you call, like a harvest time or something like that, and just, yeah, exuding their magic and their feminine powers. It could also be that you're coming more into your feminine energy, and that is a very powerful energy, because that is also the manifesting energy, bringing all that you want into your reality, just calling it in. Sorry, got excited. And we were just talking about divine feminine energy. We have the green woman here. It's just pretty bonkers. And the green woman for me, well, here it's the Empress. Oh my goodness. It's the Empress in the original tarot. But for this, when I look at this tarot, it just reminds me of Divine Feminine, because this is the Earth Mother figure. It's Mother Gaia. And so it is represented here. And right here we have the milk of nurturing, right? It's the milk of life. It's the milk we use to, as women, to breastfeed our children. And if you can see this figure here, we see this opening that space where women give birth, so it's creating life. Whoa. So it's again this energy of manifesting. You're coming into your power, whether you are male or female. That's just a sex, that's just a gender. We all have both divine feminine and divine masculine energies with us. We need those two in order to be balanced. So maybe possibly before you were exuding a lot of your masculine energy, and now you're coming into your feminine power, and that is creating this balance within you, that is allowing you to fully rise as a whole, as this phoenix, into your power. Yeah, and fire also represents sensual and sexual energy, which also has to do with divine feminine, also divine masculine, but also divine feminine, because we as women are very sensual beings. And we have this color again, her red dress. So it's just grounding yourself in that, not being ashamed of your body or your sensual power or of your feminine attributes any longer. And feminine attributes have to do with also vulnerability and allowing your emotions to express them. And it's a beautiful, beautiful energy, because it takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable. If you notice, not everyone is willing to be vulnerable. So I will find that only the very courageous people are actually the ones who allow themselves to be vulnerable. And that is a beautiful, empowering thing. And that is exactly what I see coming towards you. Maybe you're also connecting more into Mother Earth energy. Maybe you do resonate with the whole witch aspect in your, what would you call it, a green witch, or practicing more of that, of practicing with herbal medicines, or just spells or recipes of sort. Cooking is also a form of magic, believe it or not. We use magic in every moment of our lives. Even when we're speaking, it's magic. We're delivering spells. Even when we're writing, it's like spelling. You have the word spell in there. So yeah, we're using magic all the time. And I feel this pile, or the seekers who chose this pile, are realizing this. The magic in the world, the magic within them. And they're now using this magic. Yeah. Yeah, it could also be that you're birthing a new life, birthing a new project, and it's just bringing so much empowerment and abundance to you. And I see these little fellows as guides. Like, this could be like your higher self and it's sending like help or guides towards you in your physical reality. It could be sending or finally bringing these connections to you, these people that might help you out in your journey, or just to connect with, to celebrate in this abundance with. And you're finally having these connections. If you felt you didn't have them before, they're finally coming into your life. And this just, okay, so like this story that awaits for you, the adventure, just feels completely magical. Reminds me kind of practical magical vibes, but even stronger, like more empowering. It's just coming into your power. I feel that these people do, probably the seekers who chose this pile, are into the whole mysticism or divination, because this just reminds me also of like looking like scrying, and you're using that now. Yeah, and you're realizing that you have all these beautiful and great abilities, be it psychic or just, I'm just picking up a lot of like witchy vibes with the crystals and stuff like that, and manifesting abilities. Like I feel you're great manifestors, and you're finally acknowledging this and practicing more of that in your life. Yeah. So this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. I see a lot of abundance for you. I see a lot of power. Oh, and for witches, you don't have to be female to be a witch. You could be male and be a witch. There is no gender when it comes to magic. Okay? We're all spirit, we're all light, we are all energy. So just don't limit yourself by genders or sexes. Okay? So yes, this is what I feel for you. Such happiness and joy and just new opportunities. And empowerment. Such an empowering energy. Yeah, so this is a beautiful energy. Now we'll be moving into the tarot. Oh, sorry, not the tarot. Now we'll be moving into the charms if you want to stick around for that. Okay? Hello, seekers, and welcome to the charm section of this video. So for this section, we are going to be pulling some charms and see where they fall within this painting of the moon. Now, a full moon represents for me manifestation, its dreams, and the subconscious. So whatever charms fall within the moon are things that you will be seeing manifested into your physical reality pretty soon. And whatever falls in the aura of the moon are things that you are calling in. So it's again that sense of when you are manifesting, you bring things into your energetical field, and then it takes only some time for it to manifest into your physical reality. So we're going to see what you are actually pulling in or calling in or manifesting at this moment. And whatever falls here in the stars or in the voids are things that the universe is actually working on for you or with you, but it's being worked on in the background. So you don't really see it in your physical reality because the universe is taking care of that. So you don't have to worry about that. So here is things that you can see that you can actually hold and have let's say control over. Here's things that you're manifesting, and this is the universe is helping you with this in the background. Okay? So let's see what charms fall for the celestial order. God. You guys, this pile is pretty like awesome. Okay, thanks. Let's get one more drop. There. Okay. Let's see. I want to pull. See. Okay. So we have an airplane, elevator, cell phone, canvas, a leaf, a anchor, and the mittens. Okay, let's begin with airplane. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so in the intuitive part of the reading, we were talking about travel. And when I drew this little fella here, this little airplane, I had in mind travel, immediate travel, because I have another little charm that represents traveling, but it's a bus. And that for me, it's just more of a slower travel or just a short distance travel. But this feels like this is long distance travel. This is being far away from a place or getting to a place that's, well, long distance. And yeah, I painted here clouds in the sky. So this can also represent ascension, but and also this feeling that we were talking about of just the whole division of being between two worlds, because just thinking about the sky, it just always reminds me it's that division line that separates like the earth, right, from outer space, right? So it's two completely different worlds in a sense, and so that's what I'm sensing here. Like you're traveling. It could be a physical travel, an actual travel. A door opens for you, an opportunity to buy a ticket or take that flight to wherever it is that you feel that you should be at this moment, you want to go. It presents to you unexpectedly, because it did fall around here, so that is what it's coming in, right? So that is what you're calling in. So probably it is something that you've been manifesting and wanting, and this is just validating for you that it is coming in, this opportunity to have this physical travel. And it does feel long distance to me, but yeah, you will get there. Or this also could be, like we were saying, you are traveling. If you are wondering why you've been having like crazy dreams, or if you have been astral traveling or astral projecting, or have been traveling to other dimensions, I feel that this validates that as well, that you have been in this between world or going between dimensions back and forth, maybe during meditation or during your dream state. Because again, here is things that you do not actually see in your physical reality, right? It's like in your energetical field. And these kind of things we don't see it presented or manifested into our physical world. It's usually when we are in that subconscious state, when we're dreaming. And so I do sense that for you. And why I say that also, which further confirms it, is we have this elevator here, which for me represents ascension. And we were talking about spiritual practice, and it does seem like you're ascending even further, like either it's your next awakening or just you're leveling up in terms of your spiritual practice, because we see here like the symbol of going upwards and the infinity symbol, and we have I like painted the cosmos back here. So it's just going to that state either during meditation or a sleep state, or just in your subconscious, and just reaching other realms, reaching other worlds. It's just being in like that sense of a portal, right? Entering this elevator, and then you're going into another dimension. Again, that sense of a portal, of a passageway to somewhere else, and just being there so instantly. And maybe it's becoming more easier for you. Maybe it's not so hard for you to get into that meditative state, or it's becoming more easy, or it will become more easier, because it is being manifested to get into that meditative state, or to astral travel or astral project, or to understand maybe these dreams that you have. But this is just telling me that you're ascending. And I do feel this is more for a spiritual sense, but it could also be in any other aspect of your life that you feel you have been growing, or you've been wanting to grow. This is just telling you that yes, you will be ascending, maybe in a work or promotion or something. It is exactly that. Yeah, or maybe a connection or relationship will be like moving upwards or strengthening, just ascending. I say that. And I say that too because it's pretty cool, because it fell between the moon and the manifesting area. So it's just you're becoming more aware of this, and the validation for the work that you've been putting in your spiritual practice is coming into fruition. So maybe this could be that during meditation you manifest things, or you've been trying to connect with someone in a sense, and you're finally going to see the results of that pretty soon, to validate these experiences that you've been having. What else do I see here around is this cell phone. So it's messaging. So it's this communication, this back and forth communication, and a quick form of communication. So it's a back and forth. So when I drew this, I was thinking of communication that you can actually see in your physical reality. So it's in being in actual contact with the person. So it could be a person that is possibly far away from you, or communicating with someone that you've been trying to connect with that is a long distance from you, and maybe that is one of the things you've been manifesting, this connection or communication with this person, and you are because we did have it here, you're manifesting and it is coming in for you. And it may be coming in during the autumn time, because I do have this leaf here that I drew to represent autumn time, so fall time. So what it is that you've been wanting to manifest may come in, like this communication with this person, this connection, or it may be this, like the text that you've been waiting, or the message that you've been waiting for this approval of this flight, or for maybe that promotion or something. It's coming in. It's coming in for you. Right? What else we have? We have this blank canvas here in the aura field. Now the blank canvas for me is pretty cool because it represents for me infinite potential. So it's like this new beginning. It will be like the Fool card in the traditional tarot. It's just, the world is your oyster at this point. It's like the world is your canvas and you can paint it any way you want. Can paint whatever picture it is that you want, and it is again that beautiful energy I was feeling here. That manifesting energy is so much magic and manifestation energy for this group, and it's like you realizing your powers and that you have all the colors in you with you to paint the picture that you want. And it's just this beginning, because we did see here that it's like you're coming to this ending and this close of this phase, and so this new beginning is coming towards you. That's the new adventure that you will be embarking into, and it will just be, you will be the creator, because you are the creator of your life, but it's you finally acknowledging it and taking reins of it and getting your paintbrush and painting the vision that you have for yourself, the life that you want to live. And it's coming in for you, this opportunity to do so. It may be once you travel or to this place that you want to, or maybe this promotion, or once you get into connection with this person, that you will start beginning this painting this new reality for yourself, or it will be those first steps of you having been painting that reality for yourself. It's like this new beginning. And the next thing we have here, and I say a connection because we do have the middens here, and when I drew the middens, what I had in mind were like soulmate connections, kindred spirits, and because I brought this red string of fate, and you know that the red string of fate just symbolizes that you are always connected, not mattering the distance, not mattering where you are. It's a soul connection, and it's just this like the little gloves that the children wear, and then they're tied, you know, so that they won't get lost. So it's this pair. It comes in pairs, right? And so it's again that idea of soulmates. So maybe this connection or relationship that we did see in one of the cards, like these two of cups and these two women dancing together, you may finally come into contact with your soul family, but there may be like one specific individual that you really feel connection with, a tie with, and you feel comfortable with this individual. You have similar views and thoughts and visions for your future, and you support each other, you build each other up, and it just feels very I don't know if I'm pronouncing right. Anamkara is like very like bosom friends, like Anne and Shirley would say, Anna Green Gables. A very close knitted relationship that just, it's heart centered in space, and it feels very pure and innocent. It's just going back into that childlike wonder, and you both thrive from that. Yeah, it's very beautiful, and that's what I feel the universe is working on for you. Like I said with the green woman, I said that it's like they're sending in these like guides or these people into your life, and they're going to manifest pretty soon. And so I feel that your higher self is working on this, or the universe is working on this for you, bringing this person in. Yeah, that may help you on a project, or just will be that connection that you've been hoping and waiting for, or manifesting yourself. But the universe is taking care of this for you. So if you've been preoccupied about this or worried that this might not come, please don't worry about it, because the universe is working for you on this. It's being worked on in the background. So if you don't see any validation for it yet, don't worry, because it is happening and it will come in when it needs to come in. And at that moment, it's always perfect and it'll be magical, and it will be better even than you expected in your imagination, because the universe works in wonders like that. Okay, next we have here is the anchor, which again validates that grounding energy. The anchor is grounding yourself, being present in the moment so that you can be grateful, like the cards that was pulled out was representing. And again, it's fell here in the void. So I do think that the experiences that are coming to you, or you have lived through, the universe gave you these experiences or allowed you to experience them, or you yourself, your higher self, wanted these experiences so that you can be more grounded and more stable, so you can be more present and understand your own power and your own potential, and that you can now use discernment as well, like we were mentioning before, so that now you can realize what are true soul connections and what are connections that probably just are not as kind or as helpful or as balanced. Now you do know. Now you know what is for you and what is not for you. Yeah. And so with this leaf here, this represents fall, right? Autumn. And autumn for me, it's change. The leaves fall, so that we can move into winter, so spring can come. It's just this transitional period. And so that I feel that's exactly what is being worked on for you. It's just this transition so that you can finally blossom. You can be renewed. It's coming to this close so a new phase can open in your life, so that you can be rebirthed or rise like the phoenix. Yeah. And so maybe something in specific, something grand that you've been wanting or waiting for may come to you in autumn time, in October. That could also be it, but I do sense this of change. Like a lot will change in your life, but it's always change for the better, and it's just, you will see it right away. Like the beautiful changes that will come, like things will have to end, but the new things that will begin will just be so beautiful and grand and magical. So I just feel that the new adventure that awaits for you is just, it's pure magic. It's coming into your power. Yeah, and just exercising that magic within you and your own power and creating this life that you want. It's being grounded and stable, having new connections that actually resonate with you, that are heart-centered connections, and this form of traveling, and just, ascending in your spiritual practice. Yeah, so that is all I have for you. Door number 1, the celestial door. I hope you are well. I hope all your loved ones are safe and well. And I hope you enjoy this reading. If you resonated, please do comment or like. And if you're pulled to do so, then please do subscribe. Okay? Until next time. Bye-bye.